Humanities, SRM University, Katanglatur. And I worked in Madras Christian College. And I thank Sweetie for inviting me um, whenever he conducts FDP. Thank you, Sweetie, for this. Right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Hope I am audible now. There are around 20 plus participants. So now within 1 hour, I'll try to give you something which may be motivating you or guide you in a proper way. Um See, I think most of you are commerce teachers or research scholars, or might be even a postgraduate students. I do not know how many of you are familiar with software packages, but doesn't matter. I'll just try to use 1 or 2 packages here. And see now the the faculty members or
Sir,
teachers.
1 minute, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, it's a great pleasure here. That's very happy here. We are heartily inviting you for this special session. It's a great privilege for us, Professor and Dean of SRM. Institute of Science and Technology, Katangulathur. We are heartily invite you.
Vinisha ma'am,
It's okay.
okay,
It's okay.
no problem. I think even your voice is breaking. Don't feel bad. Okay, no problem. We'll go for it. See now the no if suppose if I compare the learning teaching methodology of this commerce stream or economic stream of today and 20 years back or 30 years back, it's completely different. It's completely different. So now, if you are a research scholar or a teacher of commerce stream, definitely I think we should have some skills to satisfy our students. Because the yesteryears, the capturing the data, storing the data, retrieving the data was very difficult. If you ask a shop owner 30 years back or a company owner 30 years back, they would have had the data, but storage was a big problem. Or even if you ask a banker, 50 years back, I still remember when I was doing my post graduation in 83, 85. We used to go for bank training. There you could see a lot of huge volume of books where each account holder is assigned a particular page of a particular ledger and his transaction is placed there. So it is highly confidential and you may not be able to compare one with the other and take some the conclusive evidences. Say for example, if you ask an IOB branch in 90s or even 80s, how many of your account holders are between the age group of 30 to 40, they were not able to give the answer immediately. It could have taken at least 1 week or 2 weeks time. And what kind of loans you have distributed, it will be just a general information. But now, today, if you ask any bank manager, within a second, he will be able to tell you how much money has been distributed for agricultural purpose and how much is for buying a car and how much is buying for a house and how many of them are having a joint account, how many of them are between the age group of 50 to 60, how many of them are male, female, and rural, urban. Any kind of information you want, it is available. And it is available for not only the current year, it is available for at least 20 years now, because most of the data, even the past data, has been digitalized. Right? Okay. That is the same situation for the companies also. How much of the raw material has been used and how much of fully, eligible products have been produced. Quality checking was very easy now. And especially in the current era of this year or in the last year, we have this concept called artificial intelligence. And that makes the data, not only the data capturing, data visualization and data interpretation also easy. So one period you don't have that much of data, capturing, storing, retrieval was very difficult. And later, say if you take later after 90s, to some extent, the data capturing was very easy. And data storage was little bit difficult because we don't have that much of 1 TB, 2 TB, or so much of things were not there. But if you take that 2000, later 2000 or after 2020, 2010 to 20, we have enormous amount of storage capacity for data. And there are private data storage centers where you can maintain the secrecy of the data available for every activity, minute to minute activity of the things are available. And now in the recent era, it was not only capturing, it is not only storing, it is analyzing the data and give the report and give the solution. So in business, teaching and learning, the target for the students and teachers are nothing but how better we can make our business efficient with the idea of identifying the problem, analyzing the problem, and giving the solution for that. Right? Okay. And there were some companies, they bottom up approach, or some of them are going the trickle down kind of an approach. But now even that job is being taken by the artificial intelligence. You could have seen that, immediately after the election, there were some analysis that the star speakers of the big parties like BJP and Congress, which word they have used more number of times. For example, Prime Minister Modi, how many times he used the word parliament? How many times he used the word Muslim? How many times he used the word development? Similarly, the other party members also. So there is a possibility of analyzing things artificially through which the characterization is being identified and the solution is very easy. Forecasting is very easy now. Whether it is now, earlier 70s and 80s and all, we used to forecast only the rain forecast, right? Whether it is wrong or right, that is a different story. But the moment we think about forecasting, only the weather forecast was come into our mind. But now every small business, even a small business, could easily predict how much of tomato I'm supposed to, procure for today's sales. What may be the price of a potato in the next month? It is very much easy, and we need not necessary to have an expert to do that. You should know only how to operate the computer and how to take the data and ask that one. So the conclusion is the teaching learning process of commerce stream subjects like economics, commerce, business management, and the finance, all those things, including even HR, we need to come out of the traditional way of teaching, that so-called accounting book and all the other theories. For example, the pricing now is completely different. It is dynamic in nature. For example, even we tried in our university that 10 students I asked, to search for a particular product through, the digital sales platform. And to our surprise, for the same product in the same platform, we got 3-4 different prices for 3-4 different persons. What kind of pricing strategy is this? How do we understand this pricing strategy? That so-called demand supply law and equilibrium price and equilibrium output. Where are we going to have those kind of approach now? If I produce 100 units of an item, I give that information of that I have 100 units at my home, a product to Amazon, to other platform also. So everybody is saying that 100 units are available. If there are 5 platforms claiming that this particular unit, 500 units are available. So it looks like, there are around 500 units are there. I may be wrong, but I just visualizing that in that format. So 500 units are available in the market, but actually 100 units are available. But in yesteryear, it was not like that. I have produced, I have one shop, and I will keep that 100 units there. So which means the supply is 100 units. But now there are a lot of digital platforms claiming that they have 100 units. But suppose if 1 unit sold, it will be minus 5 into 1. So it will be 495 units are available. My calculation that. So the pricing mechanism is completely depends on what kind of intention the customer shows on the product. If you search 2-3 times, the price which is quoted for you might be different from a person who is searching that product, the new one. Who is doing this one? That is where the data analysis is very much important. Someone who has to not physically monitoring this one, but there is a system in it. So the customer's behavior or consumer's behavior towards a particular product or a service is easily assessed by how many times they see that and how much they check about the price. Are they comparing with the other price? How much time they take this one? So all those things are doing digitally by some virtual machine, and it gives you a lot of information about that, because somehow or other they want to make that buying selling happen, right? Okay, and that gives more scope for data science. That is why now you have every discipline, whether it is economics or commerce or psychology or whichever discipline, you can see there is an attachment of word called data science. Even in our university, we have introduced the concept of minor.
Excuse me,
So
sir.
yeah, please.
The participants can't hear you, sir. Can you increase the volume in your system?
Why you just told the. Or I'll do one thing. One second. I'll try with the headphone so that I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So stop me. Now? Hello?
I can hear, but
Hey, ask the participants. Hello?
Can you hear now? Please.
Hello?
The message in the... Yes, sir.
Now you are able to hear me?
Yes, sir. I can,
Oh.
but
No, ask the participants, let them write something. Because I have increased my volume full 100%.
yes, they can hear, sir.
They are able to hear me? Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good. Okay. So the thing is that now it is necessary for us also to move along with the trend. Whether you are a teacher or a research scholar or even postgraduate students. That's why even in our SRM University, what we thought about is along with the major, we have introduced the concept called minor in the NEP line. So anybody, whether he is doing English literature or commerce or economics or psychology or whatever it is, fashion designing, Viscom, JMC, they can do 6 courses during their 3 years and get a minor certificate on data science. So that will be very useful, and one compulsory paper on artificial intelligence. So all of you must please be aligned with this new development. Then only I think you can win over the confidence of the students in the class. Otherwise, it will be very difficult with this the same old concepts or theories into that one. Fine, right. Now, let me just help you in data analysis, glimpse of data analysis, so that I think you can also make an attempt in that one. Okay, fine. I'll just share my screen of how do I go for it? Yeah, could you able to see a blank screen? SPSS? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
Okay,
visible.
okay. Visible, right. Okay, I don't know how many of you are familiar with SPSS, but anyway, let us just, those who have known already, you can just brush it up. Right now, I just open a file in SPSS. Yeah, could you see the data now? Hello? Sweetie, could you
No,
see the
sir.
date?
No, sir. No, sir.
Again, the blank screen is there.
No, I can see you only, sir.
Not the SPSS data.
Present. Yes, sir.
It's available now.
No, sir.
So what do I do? Okay, I shared it. Now?
Yes, sir. Now, okay. Now
The
it
data
is
is there.
visible, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I think when I do it, it is not dynamically changing.
Okay.
But doesn't matter anyway. Fine, right. This happened. Right, now you can see that this is a kind of a typical data set for you. Still you are seeing only the number, sweetie.
Sir, not number, sir. The next page you have shared, no?
That race,
The
region,
name, time,
happiness.
with decimals.
Yeah, good. Right now this is an example for you that you can assume this. This is the data for a general survey of a country, but you can even take it since you are all from commerce. You can take it that this is a survey of a product or survey of a service. You can take it like that, right? Okay, and no, if you are not familiar with SPSS, just concentrate on this name. You give a name of the variable and then give the label what that variable is about, and then this values. Say suppose if we click this values, I say 1 is equal to male or 2 equal to female. But here I give you a clue that if there are only 2 categories like rural or urban, married, unmarried, I normally buy this product or I am not a customer for this company, just give 0 or 1. 0 or 1. Hope I think all of you are able to hear me. Yes, you are able to hear me. Yeah. Right.
Sir, yes, sir.
Sweetie, Yeah, okay, fine. Whenever you are not able to hear me or you are not able to see, please give me the
Yes, sir.
okay instruction. Right. See, if you see the data, when you call it the data can be in terms of numbers or in terms of images. Okay, so that is the way we see that, not a verbal explanation. We can't call it as a data. Like, say, for example, how do you like a product called Hammam? Okay, if you write a paragraph, it is information to you, but it cannot be assumed as a data. But if I ask you the question, are you a customer? Are you the person who always use Hammam? Yes or no? It can be, right? Okay. Or in your family, how many of you are using Hammam? Or how many soaps per month you buy? Or do you agree the price of Hammam is good? Flavor, the fragrance is good or not? All those questions can be asked, and you will get the information, right? Like yes or no, or you rate the performance of the Hammam soap from 1 to 10 or 0 to 5. So the data can be like this only, not in a verbal explanation of that. And in this, I, as a teacher, uh, give you a tip that the data can be classified into 4 ways. Okay, the first one is, I ask you the question and you give me some information which can be quantified, and that is data. For example, what is your age? And one of you may say that my age is 53, the other one may say it is 34, other one maybe say 16, whatever it is, 78, whatever it is. So you give me a number and that I take it in a row. Say, for example, I enter the data into one column, right? Okay, in Excel sheet or wherever it is. So that is a variable which we can call it as a scale variable, or in simple colloquial term, let us accept that as it is, a variable as it is, right? Okay. Hope you are clear about it, right? Okay. Then the second type of data set is that either are, right? Okay. Are you married? Do you own a car? Do you own a credit card? Do you, are you, a job holder? Something like that. You can answer the question yes or no. In such a type of yes or no question, better you can assign 0 for one answer and 1 for another answer. Okay, fine. So for example, are you educated? What do you mean by education? That is a different story. But you, from yourself, you can say, yes, I'm an educated person. Then you as a researcher can give number 1 for educated, 0 for uneducated, right? Okay. Are you a job holder? Yes means 1, no means 0. Are you married? Maybe 1, 0. It is not, there is no hard and fast rule. You have to give 1 for this, 0 for that. It is up to you, the research scholar, right? So this is second type of variable. Okay, we are assigning 0 or 1. This kind of a variable, we are calling it as a binary variable, or you can even call it as a dummy variable. Clear? Hope all of you are able to hear me, right? Then the third category is that it is more than 2 categories. Like for example, what is your income status? I give 3 options: low, middle, high. Okay, or I can give very low, low, middle, high, very high. It is again up to the researcher. So I give 5 categories, right? Okay, or then something like this. Okay, if you include male, female, transgender, there are 3 categories are there. Okay, right. And so any question which has possibility of more than 2 answers, you can assign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have 5 and options, you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you can add one more 6 as others. So you are nominating a number to one category. So we are calling it as a nominal variable. Okay, you are calling it as a nominal variable. For example, what is your occupation? It may be agriculture, it may be industry, it may be like government employee, it may be private employee, I am a businessman. You can have that one. So you assign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in any order. There is no hard and fast rule that you must keep government employee as the first one or agriculture as the first one. Not necessary. Okay, fine. Say for example, no, here you have occupational category. You have managerial 1, technical 2, service 3, farming 4. It goes like this. And so third variable, which is nominal variable, as it is, or scale variable, dummy or binary variable, nominal variable. Then there may be a fourth category, which we are calling it as an ordinal variable. For example, again, I told you know that income status, low, middle, high. Educational categories, illiterate, primary school, school educated, high school educated, higher secondary educated, collegiate educated, professional education. There is an order. There is an order into that one. So there you assign the lowest category as 1. The next 2, 3, 4 goes like this. But there is a ranking in it. There is a ranking of very low 1, low 2, 3 middle, 4 high, 6, 5 very high. So these kind of variables we are calling it as an ordinal variable. Suppose which region you are from, north, east, west, south. Can you give 1, 2, 3, 4 in an order like in a, can we call it as an ordinal variable? No, it is a nominal variable. Is it clear? So any variable, you here there are 47, 3 variables are there. Any variable which you do research, which you think you want to do research, can be classified under this 4 category. I repeat, 1, as it is. You give me the number, I'll take it. How many times do you use your credit card per week? 2 times, 3 times, 0 times, whatever it is. What is the temperature today? What is your income? How much money do you spend on entertainment? All those things you get information directly from them as it is, and you enter the number. Then second thing is either or, this or that. The third one is nominal. You nominate number 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one is ordinal. Again, you are nominating, but in an orderly manner. The participants, now you can tell me, is there any other form of variables or any other question where you get information from the respondent cannot be fit into this 4? I just give you a minute time. Can any one of you tell me where you ask a question and get in number format, not a verbal explanation, and place it here? Not able to place it in any one of these 4. If you can even put it in your chat box. So there are only maximum 99.9, I can even say 100% of the information in the form of data, numerical data. I'm not saying about the imaginary data. Now, even images also being analyzed. For example, take a mall, the CCTV, there are hundreds of CCTV cameras. It captures who are all coming between 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, who are all coming, which age group they are coming. While they are going back, or they go back with the bags, which means they bought something. How many of them simply coming and enjoy the atmosphere with the AC and go off? So all those things can be captured, and it can also be converted into data, not in terms of number. Images can be analyzed. Right. Okay. Clear. So most of the questions which you ask to your survey can be fit into any one of these 4 variables. Any researcher or any teacher must understand this concept of variable. Clear? Right. Now, having got that one, you can enter the data. First of all, you can create the variables like this, where you can assign, if it is, this is nothing but a nominal variable. Nominal variable. And if you take some other age, age is a actual variable. If 0 or 1 also possible. Now you enter the data. You can see there are 43 columns and how many variables? 1,517 rows are there. So the data matrix consists of 1,517 multiplied by 43. So huge amount of data, isn't it? So around 70,000 values are here. 70,000 values are here. So think about stock market data. Minute to minute, the data are changing. Hours to hours changing. Price of gold, day to day, it is changing. Everything can be thought about in terms of number. Fortunately, commerce, business, economics people have to be associated with numbers. Otherwise, it is not possible for us to be fit into that discipline. You must acquaint with numbers and you must analyze that numbers. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you to survive in that discipline. Right. Now you can go for some kind of a basic analysis. I have only 1 hour time so that I could not do everything, but I just do something. So when you click analysis, you can go to descriptive and you can go for frequencies. And I just take, the general happiness, one variable, and maybe occupational category as another variable. And I go to statistics, mean, median, mode, anything you want. You can take quartiles, percentile, mean, median, mode, sum, skewness, kurtosis. All those things can be easily measured. And you can also go to chart and click bar chart or pie chart, whatever you want. Continue and go for it. You can see the result. Takes little time. Yeah. Could you able to see the result now? No.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. I think I'll just.
Okay. Which?
And I'll share that thing.
Okay.
Now.
Yes, sir.
See
Yes.
that. So you are able to just take the data, like, this is available, very much available. The basic baby step in analysis. The basic baby step in analysis is to cluster, classify, frequency of how many of them are. So just it will give, the question is, are you happy with the product? Yes, pretty happy. Not too happy, very happy. So we can come to a conclusion, I think most of them, maybe if you take in terms of number, 89% of them are happy about that particular product. So in commerce, I think this is what we needed. Whether to survive in this business or not has to be decided by whether you are able to, things are there in our control or not. And look at the differences. There are 32% of the people are in technical and only 2.5% of them are in the farming. The product users, okay, the people, those who are using this particular product or service, we could see the agricultural people are very less, 2.5 only. And technical people, there are 32%. So now you get an image of your product in the market. How many of them are using our product? Whom should we concentrate? The decision is very much possible. If you do an analysis district wise, if a particular district, your product is so high, then you can concentrate more on that particular district or the other district. It depends on your own board and the decision making. Now, these two tables are distinct. They are not colliding each other. But I can raise one question that, is this occupational distribution had any bearing on the opinion about that particular product? Okay, So the opinion about the product, it distributes, it vary. Occupation also, it vary. Is these two variation associated or not? That is the question you have to ask. So this is where that statistics comes into the picture of, testing the hypothesis. The hypothesis here we have is there is no association between the two variations. One is opinion about the product variation. The other one is the occupational variation. Occupational variation and the opinion had no connectivity. There is no association. That is the null hypothesis we set. But we reject or accept based on certain statistical tools that is called chi-square analysis. So it is very easy. You can go to analyze and descriptive, cross table, and choose that occupational category in the row and general happiness in the column. Choose statistics, click chi-square, continue, and just give OK. You get the result. Again, could you able to see the result or not? Okay, maybe I
Yes,
think
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just go one more point. Here you have to go to cell and give this row and column total. You have to do it. So now, could you able to see this one like a cross table? Could you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now look at this one. Are you able to see that? Now, very happy, pretty happy, not too happy. There are 337. And
Nice.
if you can go, now, which means that there are six category in occupation, 3 category in opinion. So now when I'm colliding these two things, 6 into 3, 18 different informations I'm getting it. 18 different information, which means that even in the technical and sales, there are people who do not like it. So 10% of the people in the technical and sales, they don't like our product. So the null hypothesis which we set, there is no association between occupational distribution and the opinion about the product can be rejected or accepted based on this chi-square value. Based on the chi-square value. And for that, I'll give you one more information. Just a moment. I'll just give you one more. Yeah, just a moment. Yeah, could you able to see one rules of hypothesis testing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, all of you take 2 minutes and take down this one. Let better not to take photo because you write, then only it will get into you. Take 2 minutes and then take this. This is an important one in decision making. If possible, I think make all of them to unmute and let them also ask some questions, sweetie.
Okay, okay, sir.
Please do it. Let them also ask some questions because we don't have time. So if they have any specific questions, we can answer them.
I think it is done.
Yeah. Participants, you can also ask some questions, no problem.
If you have questions, please, you can unmute yourself and you can ask questions. So we can continue.
Yeah, fine. Okay, now, so you can see this. Yeah, 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. Now, based on this chi-square value 0.003, that last number, you forget about this 26.964, go to that last value of the sig value. The sig value is very, very important. In some program, it will be known as p value. It will be known as p value, but here it is known as sig value. So if the sig value is less than 0.01, we are rejecting the null hypothesis at 1% level, which means 99% confidence that there is some association between the opinion about the product and the occupational distribution. So you cannot treat all of the occupation people on same platform. So that is one information which will help us to take the business decision into that one. Is it okay? Fine. Now, let me also go for maybe one more. Right. I'll introduce you one more. What can I say? One second. Okay, anyway, I think since I don't have much time, I am introducing you some of the other packages also. My dear participants, see, again, if you are a research scholar or, the MCOM or PG students or faculty members, it is a must for our lifetime to be associated with the data analysis packages. And you must be having experience of handling at least minimum 1 or 2 packages. One is that SPSS, which most of you might be familiar. The another package I'm introducing you here is this eViews package. Take a note of that, eViews. Okay. Maybe I think if you even tonight itself, you download that eViews 12 student light version. Take a note of it. eViews. Could you able to see the 1 second, I'll just. Could you able to see one black color thing? No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the eViews, the opening page. Okay, eViews 12 Student Lite LITE version, free downloadable. Just tonight itself, you please download it. Okay, and if you want to be an expert or a master or an experienced person in finance or managerial decision making, this particular package is very easiest one. And once if you familiarize, 1 year it can be used freely. After that, you can pay a 4,000 rupees to 5,000 rupees to get the licensed version to handle the data with millions of data. And it gives you enormous scope in analysis. I'll just give you a glimpse of one statistical tools like simply correlation or regression. You now listen here. So just suppose if you open, you keep your Excel file. You can keep it in your Excel file. So file, open, foreign data as work file. Foreign data as work file. So you can even create eViews work file also, but not necessary, because most of the data, whether it is Provus data or CMI data, all the RBI data, it's available in an Excel format. You can easily bring that Excel format here. I just give you a glimpse of it, right? Okay, I just take the file which I have already. Okay. Could you see a black pop-up menu in the top left with some
Yes, sir.
variables? Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
right. Okay. So now I have got the data. When I bring it that, just it is simply work file. You choose that one, click, and just click that finish. You will get things like that. Now you can even see that what are the variables. I like choose that the variables. Yeah, and I go to view, open selected in one window group. Look at this one. This is the data. The states are available. This is child immunization, female literacy rate, infant mortality rate, per capita state domestic product. Could you able to see the data?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, right. So which means that you have a data. Now this is not related to exactly commerce, but related to economics. Maybe if you are in the healthcare sector, business sector, then you must have an idea about this one. So this is the state, and this is child immunization percentage. How much percentage of the children are immunized? And this is female literacy rate in percent. Infant mortality rate. How many children died before a particular year out of 1,000 children born? So this is 49, 49, 61, something. This is per capita net state domestic product. Now, suppose if you want to calculate just a moment. Yeah. Okay. Suppose if you calculate the descriptive statistics. Now, listen, I have again chosen those variables. I just go to view. Sorry. I keep control and chosen this one. And Okay. Suppose if you want to even get now if you want to run a regression or a correlation, the infant mortality rate is the variable which you have to concentrate. So infant mortality rate vary. Why it vary? Because the female literacy rate is varying. If female literacy is very high, the infant mortality rate will come down. And similarly, if the income is very high, the infant mortality rate will come down. If suppose the immunization rate is very high, the things will come down. So now you want to do a regression analysis. So it is very easy. You can go quick and okay, 1 second. Before that, I just wanted to teach you. Now, if you want to know the mean, median, mode of these variables, one thing is you choose the variables. Could you able to see the pop-up menu which I have shown you here?
Yes, sir.
So quick, group statistics, descriptive statistics, and common sample. Okay, listen, look at this one. Mean, median, maximum, standard deviation, QNS, kurtosis, Jacobara to test whether it is normal or not, sum of the square, observation, everything is available here. So it is very easy to just click and get the result. Now I want to go to the regression analysis. So for that, what you have to do, quick and estimate equation. I think we teachers have to experience this one. And when you teach this in your class and ask the students to collect information related to this for 10 countries of their like and do an analysis, that will make them more interest and they will be very, I mean, the learning process will be easy. Now, IMR is the dependent variable. So put the first IMR. Okay, then give one space, then one C, because C is nothing but the intercept term. If even everything is 0, what is the variable? What is the value of infant mortality rate? Okay, then you click female literacy, double click, you will get that variable there, one space, and then child immunization, one click, and one space, per capita, right? So which means that the first variable in the left hand side is the dependent variable, then one space, and C is nothing but the constant or intercept term, so that you introduce, and then one space and type all the 3 independent variables which you want to try. So what are the null hypothesis here we try? We try here is the variation in infant mortality rate is depends on the variation in female literacy rate, variation in infant child immunization, and variation in the income. Okay, and just give OK. You will get the result. Look at the result. It's very easy to copy this and copy it in your Excel sheet. Your document, your research paper. You can easily copy that. And here the first thing what you have to check, you have to go for F statistics and probability of sig value. It is less than 0.01, so that we reject the null hypothesis. What is the null hypothesis here is the 3 variables which I have considered together is not influencing the child mortality rate, infant mortality rate, which means that the entire model which I constructed is useless. That is the null hypothesis. But I am rejecting it so that I take, yes, it is good one. It is a good one. There is a possibility of further explanation. And what is R square? 0.64, which means 64% of the variation in the infant mortality rate is explained by the 3 variables which I have considered. But look at this individual significance. Only female literacy rate is significantly influencing negatively, which means if I increase 1% of female literacy rate, the infant mortality rate is bring down by 0.65, which means 3% of increase of literacy rate will bring down to death of the baby. So you have to concentrate on the female literacy rate. Other than, child immunization will not help. Female literacy is very, very important. So such a kind of decision is possible for us to take it is very easy to take a decision of those kind of it. Okay, so now maybe you can ask some questions. Participants. Because I've just introduced 2 packages and I urge you to make use of this artificial intelligence influence in business. And it is possible to analyze only when you have these kind of packages. May I request all of you to switch on your videos, dear participants. Could you please switch on your videos? At least I can see that you are here. Yeah, good. Good. No, now, yeah, that's what I say. See, it is very difficult to find out time, especially the women faculty members. But now, if you want to be in the good teachers list, good researchers list, no other go. You have to spend at least 1 hour per day, minimum 1 hour per day with this kind of data analysis. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. Any number of faculty development program will not help. You have to bring the data and try 1 or 2 packages. And especially this e-views package is very, very easy and very much available to you also. Okay. Otherwise, it's very difficult. We may be lagging behind. Students will go far ahead of us. And if you download this 1-year trial version of eViews, and also there is a free downloadable book of basics of financial econometrics or principles of financial econometrics. By you just type, you will get it, and that will help you very much, because how to use eViews package for the finance data or the business data is very much available in the, I forgot the author name, but you just type the principles of financial econometrics, you will get it. And that will help you have one book like that and download this eViews package of 1-year trial version. And Chris Brooks, yeah, take a note of it. Chris Brooks, CHRIS, Chris Brooks, Financial Econometrics. Fantastic book. And you use the same example using your eViews and learn 1 hour per day, maybe for 1 year or 2 years. After that, you will be a master. You can speak better business language than the other teachers. Otherwise, if you stick on to your own, the whole set of learning materials, it will be very difficult to convince our students, because enormous amount of data is available, and without data, if you teach any amount of theory, they will not accept it. You cannot convince the students to accept what it is. Otherwise, now even in your own classrooms, you can easily use Excel and predict something. Say, for example, gold price. It is an interesting subject. So you can use the data of past 500 days of gold price, and you can predict what is the gold price is going to be there in the next month, and see whether you are able to predict, or with the minimum forecasting error, or with the high forecasting error. It will create interest in the classroom also. So nowadays, you have to give assignments or skill development tests or assignments in this way only. If you keep on just giving what are the principles of sales promotion or this and that, I think the students will give an assignment which may not be very useful. So as a teacher who taught 32 years, my humble request to all the faculty members who join in this FDP is to spend at least 1 hour per day, minimum 1 hour per day, with any one of the packages. If you are not comfortable with coding, you can go to eViews. If you are comfortable with coding, better go for a free software called R, capital R. It has enormous amount of scope, and you can do wonders in the classroom as well as on your papers. Still, I have come across the papers in my institution and even other friends without having enough amount of technical data analysis. That will not be very helpful for convincing our students into that one. So this is what my humble request, and I stop here, and if you have any questions, please put up that. Sweetie, anything? Yeah, I have put two things in your things. Financial Econometrics by Chris Brook, eViews 12 Student Lite free version. Again, I repeat, as a teacher who taught 32 years, expecting more and more of teachers have to come forward and be involved in data analysis. And that will make a better society of our students. For that, before you expect your students to study, fruitful, productive 1 hour per day is a must. Both Financial Econometrics by Chris Brook and eViews Student Lite free version, you can download tonight itself. If you want to give a respect to a person who taught today, do it in your immediate whether system or a laptop, and be acquainted with that every day for 1 hour, and you will definitely feel after 1 year, you feel that I am the great teacher, I am the best teacher, I can win over the students in my class. And that is my humble request here. Hope, I think all of you will do it. There are 65 faculty members are here, and you can do it, so that 65 multiplied by 60 students will be benefited. If you want, you can ask me questions, otherwise we can stop. Sweetie, can you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Any questions? Participants, do you have any questions? Okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah, fine.
So we are at the end of this session. Now I invite Ms. Rekha Naidu, Assistant Professor, to deliver the vote of thanks. Rekha ma'am?
Nagarajan, I will take.
Okay, okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening, all. First and foremost, I thank the Almighty God for His blessings and guidance. My sincere and profound thanks to Director and Secretary, Brother Dr. Naveen Francis, Academic Director, Dr. Fatima Vasant, Principal, Dr. Auragamedi Geeta Rufus, Vice Principal, Dr. Anandapriya, for their constant supports and encouragement to conduct this program. I extend my hearty thanks to resource person, most respected Dr. Suraiswamy, for accepting the invitation and for delivering an informative and knowledge-filled session on data analysis in business decision making. And he explained how to enter the data in SPS and view the result, how to view the results on SPS. And he introduced the new software eViews 12 Lite version and QuizzBooks, etc. Thank you, sir. I extended my thanks to Head of the Department, Dr. Sweetie Regina Mary, and faculty members. Last but not least, I thank all the participants. Thank you all.
Sweetie, thank you very much
Yes, sir.
for this opportunity once again. Convey my regards to both my friends,
Okay,
Fatima
sure,
and
sir.
Geeta. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. Sure,
you.
sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Ma.
so much.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.